Again, covering here and taking a sneak peek of the Thousand Faces Festival, which is happening tomorrow. Girls are performing the Kathak, and they are from Usha Gupta ji's school. We just spoke to Usha Gupta ji. Why don't you introduce yourself first to our audience here, starting from there?
Hello, I'm Anya.
Anya, you have to be a little louder, otherwise nobody can listen to you.
Hello, I'm Anya Masih. I'm Anika. I'm Bhavisha. And I'm Mahisha.
So wow, you girls look beautiful. So how do you get dressed up for such a thing? Is this a special place you have to go, or how do you do it?
Talk.
How many times do you perform? Let me ask you that.
Talk.
Wow. And in order to perform, how much do you have to put in? Effort, practice,
such an honor to be
how many hours is that?
We're deeply privileged
3
in
hours
this
a
time
week.
when there's so much chaos and
3
darkness
hours a
in the
week?
world.
Wow.
To share in the light.
Sorry?
of love.
3 to 4 hours. And then just to get ready to perform, it takes like.
Our curator, Malavika Venkatsubian,
Just to
has
do
carefully
What
selected a variety of dance styles
what are you performing tomorrow?
performers from across Canada.
Tomorrow we are performing Sargam.
Well, we combine
and
the Sanskrit
Mahisha
word
and Mahisha are
natya that
performing,
encompasses singing, drumming,
and
music,
we're
and
performing
literature, and other
Sarana,
arts.
Khwaja, Salami, and Sargam as well.
Chaturan.
And Chaturan, yeah.
Wow, that would be great.
Was driven by the
People who are coming, anything special you want to tell about? Hey, you have to watch this. Out of the four, which you said, the salami, the sargam, which is your favorite? Which part do you think creates most excitement?
Okay.
Anyone?
I think Sargam, because all four of us are doing it. So.
Wow.
The vision for
Nice. Are you
Kathanatyam was
excited
driven by the
about
amazing
Yeah.
contribution many
Yeah.
South Asian
Yeah.
classical artists
Anything
have
about the
made to
theatre?
the
Have you
Thousand
performed
Faces
here before?
Festival over the past
No,
decade.
it's our first time. Yeah.
And how do you say about
The
the
amount of technique, passion, and discipline that goes into
Is it?
these
That's
incredible,
what I felt.
immersive,
The lighting, in fact, I was
vibrant,
just
yet
told
meditative
that
acts of
the
storytelling
theatre is all about
is
the lighting,
simply
and when I see
staggering.
the lighting, I just feel so great.
Now,
It feels like I'm
Malavika,
standing
Srila, and I
somewhere
noticed that
really,
Canadian
and I want to
professionals
perform
in
too.
these
So,
forms
but
are
again,
rarely afforded a
best wishes.
platform where
I really
they
hope
bring
you girls
these
do
glories
awesome, continue to
to
spread the
audiences
word,
in full-length
create
pieces,
the, talk
and do
about
so
the,
with the
or
kind of
spread the
technical and
culture,
design support
the
that
heritage,
that
are
virtuosity and the
ambassadors
thousands of hours they
of
put
a
into
very
it.
rich country where we all come from. So once again,
We
thank you
began
so much
working
for making
4
the
years
effort,
ago
coming, and
to
to all my
pursue
friends,
presenting milieu where
please do come to
professional,
encourage
local,
these
and
beautiful
national
girls.
artists could
The
share
tickets
their
are
amazing
available on
work
Tick
with
Square.
Edmontonians
This
in a
is
context
La
of
Cité
excellence,
Francophone area
culturally
concert
sensitive
hall
lighting design
here,
and
performing,
dramaturgical support.
doing two
The
performances,
fruits of Malavica's
one on
beautiful
November
curation
4th and
culminate
November
that journey
6th.
together
Thank you
with
so much,
festival
and
designer
all the
Amy
best.
Farrow's
Thank
beautiful
you.
collaboration.
Thank you, Anna. Anupam from V4U Radio, taking a sneak peek of Thousand Faces Festivals here in La Cité Francophone Concert Hall, which is getting ready for the concert tomorrow on the 4th and the 6th. Tomorrow, beautiful dancers are performing, and I just got hold of Roshni, who is performing an art called Mohiniyattam. Roshni, you're beautiful. Tell us something about the festival, about the dance performance.
Firstly, thank you so much for having me. And so, what I'm going to be performing tomorrow is Mohiniyattam, which is a dance form that originates from Kerala. It's a state in India, like one of the southern states in India. And the root of Mohiniyattam comes from this dance form called Kathakali, which is one of the performances that's going to be there on Sunday. And basically, so as I said, the root is from Kathakali, and the repertoire actually forms it's a very flowy dance, and it takes this emotion called lasya, or it's more like very shy and coy and very feminine, basically in its style. And the term Mohiniyattam that comes, the Mohini in Mohiniyattam actually is a form of Lord Vishnu. It's a feminine form that Lord Vishnu had taken. So basically that is why it's a very feminine dance. It's very flowy in nature. And that's just a bit about how the dance form is and how it originates, basically.
So, Roshni, how long have you been performing, practicing this art form to actually come and perform in a concert like this?
So I have been training in this dance form since the age of 5, and I have been performing on various platforms since 2009. So it's been, I think I have been in touch with this for such a long time now, as long as I can remember. And I think I'm highly grateful to my guru, my teacher, who has taken the patience to train me, not just in person when I used to be there, but even during the pandemic and even after being away from where I am, he still takes my classes online, and I think that support is what helps me to be able to stand here to perform this today.
So good to hear. You are practicing, you're performing, you're encouraging a dance form from India, so far away in Edmonton. Any challenges you see, day-to-day challenges, as you are trying to keep up with such a great heritage and culture, restoring such an art form here?
The challenge per se is, I think, lack of awareness. So, and I think the trend of classical forms is really dwindling. So, for me, this is a very exciting opportunity to showcase the classical dance form that is from India, right? And challenge per se, I think, is not able to access the resources. Like back in India, you have enough resources to be in touch with this, but when you move away from India, it's very difficult to keep up with it. So I think the only issue would be to be in continuous training and in continuous practice. That becomes such a challenge. But I think with that determination, and if you really have the passion for it, you definitely can. And for me, this is such a great opportunity to show this beautiful dance form, not just this dance form, but so many of the dance forms that's going to be portrayed through this program, and making people aware that this is our culture and this is our tradition.
So, I heard you're performing here in this theatre first time.
Yeah, it's for the best.
What is one thing you would like to tell the audience, to people who are watching us here? Why should they buy the ticket? What should they come here to? One thing special you want to show them, showcase to these audience for tomorrow?
Firstly, it's the lineup of artists. Everyone is really well accomplished in their field, and I think the main drive behind this program is to showcase it's I would say the unification of India in essence, right? We have dance forms from the south and dance forms from the north, and it's what India is truly about. It's really a unification, and I think that is why everyone should buy the tickets, so that you can see what India is really made of.
Very well said, Roshni. Friends, this is again V4U Radio covering this event live. We have been promoting this event as well on our social media. You guys have been really supportive. My last urge and again requesting all who promote such things, such art forms, such cultures, such dance forms, and restoring their heritage, do come and support these young artists, beautiful artists. It's a beautiful, cozy theatre. I'm sure you're going to have a great time. It's a family event, so do come out in this La Cité Francophone Concert Hall here. It's just around the White Avenue here in Edmonton, and do support. We for you will be here. Do come and say hello to us as well. Thank you, Roshni.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So much.
Hi guys, this is me, Shalene, and I'm here with V4U Radio. We are covering a fantastic event. I have with me here the host of the event, Sony. Welcome, Sony,
Thank you
on
so much.
V4U Radio.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Sony, tell me a little bit about yourself. Please introduce yourself to us.
Yeah, so my name is Sony Dasapatra. I'm an arts and cultural consultant in the city of Edmonton. I'm also a sessional professor at Grant MacEwan University in the Arts and Development Management Program. And I'm very excited to be here for the Cannes Natyam Festival. It's the first time it's being held, hosted by 1,000 Faces.
Yes. So you've told us a little bit about what you do, but what's your background and what brought you to be a part of this wonderful event?
Yeah, so one of the actually performers that is happening today is by Usha Gupta, who is a well-known Kathak teacher in Edmonton. I was actually one of her first students, and I started learning from her when I was a young child.
Wow.
And Edmonton's dance scene in terms of South Asian classical has really grown in the last like 30 years.
Yes.
Right? And I think that it's such a great opportunity for Cannes Natyam to have a space to highlight South Asian dance as part of a mainstream Canadian form.
Yeah, why not?
Exactly.
It's so beautiful, right?
And also it's like, you know, the diaspora, like I'm born and raised in Canada.
Yes.
It's important to carry your heritage, important to carry the stories of your ancestors. And Cannes Natyam is an opportunity to provide that space so people can express their culture, their heritage, their language, their traditions.
Yes, and I mean, I think I can speak for everyone when they say that, you know, Indian culture, South Asian culture is just so beautiful. And this is fantastic. So what I wanted to ask you about is, you know, I heard that you're also bringing a bit of that West and going to be also acknowledging the land that we're on, right?
Yeah, so like as everybody knows, we are on Turtle Island, First Nations territory, colonized by the British. So India and Canada actually share a history of colonization.
Yes.
So it's important to recognize where we sit and why we're here on Treaty 6. And actually, you know, all dance forms pay respect to the land, right?
Yes.
So this is why we took the opportunity. I wrote land acknowledgement in Hindi.
Yes, and I heard it, and it's just phenomenal. This is the first time I've ever heard Treaty 6 being told and read in Hindi. So kudos to you guys for presenting that.
Yeah, and it's very important because, you know, in order for reconciliation to happen, all communities must take part in this. So,
Of course. So what are some of the dance forms that you guys will be presenting in the festival? I know
Yes.
there's, of course, Bharatanatyam because we have it called Cannes Natyam. So what else?
and actually, Cannes Natyam is a really significant title because Natyam is dance in
Yes.
Sanskrit, and Cannes, what like Mark says, it's Cannes or Canadian. So it's like a Canadian concept of dance. So Bharatanatyam, Kuchipudi, Mohini Attam, Odissi. It's like a journey all across India. And Natya Shastra is time immemorial. All of the music, the dance, the theatrics, it's all encompassed in this show. It's so beautiful. We have artists coming from all over Canada to this space, so it's really special.
You know what? That's fantastic. And that brings me to this wonderful venue. I mean, you guys cannot see this right now, but oh my God, this place is so beautiful. The theater inside. So why was this venue chosen?
Yeah, so City Francophonie is a really great space to celebrate the Francophone culture, who's a minority in Alberta, similar to South Asian culture, which is a minority. But you know what? It's the professionalization of dance. The stage, the lighting, the
Yes.
aesthetics, everything is so beautiful and has a professional bent to it. And this is how dance should be appreciated
Yes.
on a level that is actually equivalent to a ballet
Of
or
course.
to anything else.
Yes, absolutely. That kind of high level, and I think that professionalism really shows.
Yes.
This is why I really, really do want to end on the note that I urge people to come out, support this fantastic event. I mean, there's so many events that are always done, but not always on such a wonderful stage. The presentation is phenomenal. I have been lucky to I've been privileged to see a bit of what's going on. There's rehearsals happening behind us inside the theater. It's wonderful. Folks, come out. Support this. It's great that we are having this come to Edmonton. It's very fortunate. And thank you also for being a part of this and bringing this out to everyone.
Thank you. See you on Friday and Sunday.
See you. Bye-bye.
Hey. Of Srimati Vijayalakshmi. Following this, she started her training in Mohiniyattam at the age of 5 under the guidance of Sri Sasti Kotaka. Along with Mohiniyattam, she has also received training in other classical dance forms such as Kerala Nadanam and Kuchipudi under the same guru. She has been performing since 2009 on various platforms and has received accolades at many competitions. Please welcome Roshni Sajeev Kumar.
Hello folks, this is V4U Radio capturing the Thousand Faces Festival. Absolutely dark here in the last day. Francophone here in Edmonton, preparing for the dance concert happening tomorrow night and the night of the 6th, which is 4th of November and the 6th of November. Dancers are performing here and all of the crews getting ready. This is V4U Radio, taking a sneak peek at the dark hall. I know you can't see anything, but I'm sure you're going to see it very soon. And here's a few individuals here getting ready, and I'm going to just take some interviews. So here is the lights, and here is the crew getting ready. Dancers performing, performers are also arriving on scene, and V4U Radio is capturing the event live on November 4th, November 6th, and today is the day for the sneak peek of the event. Enjoy. दोस्तों, this is V4U Radio again, और आज हमारे साथ जुड़ी हैं उषा गुप्ता जी on the set of Thousand Faces Festival जो हो रहा है ला सीते फ्रैंकोफोन एरिया यहाँ एडमिंटन में, और सब तैयारी हो चुकी है. आप देखें सेट से यहाँ तैयार हैं, and it is totally ready. Dancers तैयार हो रहे हैं. उषा जी runs कथक स्कूल, डांस स्कूल in fact, और उनके स्टूडेंट्स कथक सीखते हैं. यहाँ पे कथक परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं. किस फॉर्म में परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं कथक को, किसी स्पेशल परफॉर्म में?
कथक बहुत पहले से 15th सेंचुरी से चला हुआ है, लेकिन बीच में फिर मुगल ईरा में आया जब कथक, तो कथक ने ट्विस्ट ले लिया, थोड़ा फ़र्क हो गया जब अकबर बेदी के टाइम पे बाहर आया. तो वैसे तो 15th सेंचुरी से मंदिरों से निकला है, मंदिरों से निकलते मुगल ईरा में आया और वहाँ पे बहुत रिस्पेक्ट हुई उस टाइम, और थोड़ा ट्विस्ट आ गया कथक में. तो आज मैं शो कर रही हूँ कथक दरबारी.
कथक दरबारी, दैट इज़ ग्रेट. उषा जी जैसे बताया आप दोस्तों, कम्युनिटी में बहुत इनकी रिकग्निशन है, कंट्रीब्यूशन है, और मेरे ख्याल से कोई ऐसा फेस्टिवल नहीं होगा जहाँ पे उषा जी के स्टूडेंट्स परफॉर्म नहीं करते हों. उषा जी, कोई खास बात इस पर्टिकुलर फेस्टिवल में आपने अपने स्टूडेंट्स को उतारा है?
कौन सा फेस्टिवल है जो इसमें सब हेरिटेज फेस्टिवल, क्लॉन्डाइक फेस्टिवल, क्वीन फेस्टिवल, कनाडा डे, रिपब्लिक डे, 50th Diwali in the temples, and moreover I do my professional shows, and I took my shows with I hired the dancers, and I took my own students also in that, and we went to India for 13 cities 3-4 times.
Wow.
I was awarded by Canada Council, Edmonton Art Council, and Alberta Foundation for the Arts, Abhi 2019 maybe we went to India and performed in 13 cities and came back. I just finished on 24th of September my Canadian tour, and that name was Coach. But this dance I'm giving my budding star, the one they are becoming professional now. Actually they have become professional, and they are showing Agarbari Kathak, where I'm showing the Mughal era with the courtesans in the court they used to dance.
Wow, wow.
And that's a very high class standard in Kathak. My Gharana is Lucknow Gharana, so I'm showing them that.
Usha ji, you have said something which is so close to my heart. लखनऊ घराना, आई एम ऑल्सो फ्रॉम लखनऊ, सो इसलिए कुछ ज़्यादा ही लग रहा है, मुझे इंटरेस्ट आ रहा है इसमें. तो ये परफॉर्मेंस में कितने स्टूडेंट्स परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं?
4 कर रहे हैं इस तरह का, 4 स्टूडेंट्स आर परफॉर्मिंग, और जिसमें से 2 स्टूडेंट्स जो है मेरे, दे आर ऑलवेज ऑलमोस्ट विद मी 7-8 years, and 1 student was from last 6-7 years, and 1 student is about 5 years.
Absolutely great to hear that. Now, especially in tomorrow's performance, कुछ ऐसी एक खास बात आपको लगे जिन्होंने टिकट्स नहीं लिए हैं अब तक, और हम उनको कह रहे हैं अपने ऑडियंस को कि प्लीज़ टिकट लेके आएँ. एक कोई ऐसी खास बात बताएं जो जहाँ आके लोग बिल्कुल धमाका देखेंगे. They will be mesmerized to see these performers performing the Kathak.
बस मैं यही कहना चाहती हूँ, डांसेस सभी बहुत बढ़िया होते हैं. कथक में नॉर्थ इंडिया क्लासिकल डांस है. कथक में हम we tell the stories through the expression and footwork and technique work, which is very high class, and the girls are doing Mughal era in that. They are showing the Sufi first with the lamps, you know, the Sufi to God, any God, you know, but in a Sufi standard, and that is a beautiful item. And then after that they are dancing from Salami, like they are giving the greetings when the king is sitting in the court, and when the courtesans were dancing and they were saying Salami, you know, and that is how we are starting with that. And then the technique part, which is very fast number, and when the Sargam part, and then the Chaturan, 4 different parts of your classical dances, and then Tilana, you know, Tarana. And the special thing which Anupam, I want to say, the standard which I'm showing in this Kathak is pretty high, great standard, and it's very difficult to teach people here, children, because they are born and brought up here, but that is what our job, and we start from the beginning to tell them that this is the way we have to do. And this particular Kathak is Chakkars, the periods, and the footwork is very important, and which is they are pretty good. And but I will give a credit to the children here, the one they are born and brought up here, not knowing what are the stories behind. Even then they are learning very well and try to understand the depth of the Kathak and bringing. It's really a beautiful show. I would love that if more people will come and see and encourage the children.
दोस्तों, जैसा आपने सुना, उषा जी हमारे साथ, I just caught her at the dress rehearsal, sneak peek. थोड़ा मिला, और it's going to be a mesmerizing performance, and especially from kids who are far away from the country but are trying to restore the culture. कितने फॉर्म्स में वो मुगल इरा को अगर देखना है तो कल यहाँ पे आएँ, टिकट्स लें, और प्लीज़ इनकरेज करें इन इस हेरिटेज को जो यहाँ के बच्चे
कंट्रीज में
बिल्कुल. और उषा जी जैसे स्टॉल वॉर्ड्स रिस्पेक्टेड लोग हैं जो इसको इतनी कोशिश से बढ़ा रहे हैं, और हमारा दिली तमन्ना है कि हम इसको और प्रमोट करें. V4U रेडियो सल्यूट्स सच एफर्ट्स कि इतने अच्छे थिएटर में इतने अच्छे फेस्टिवल्स. सो वंस अगेन अपीलिंग टू ऑल parents whose children are pursuing classical dance, people who are really encouraging some classical, some heritage from India, please support 1000 Faces Festivals and Usha Ji's kids. Thank you, Usha Ji.
Thank you very much. And
Bilkul.
Hi there, this is Shalene. I'm here with a fantastic performer, Ananya Biswas. Welcome on V4U. Namaste.
Namaste.
Ananya, please tell me what you are a part of today.
Hi, thanks very much for having me, and namaskar to the audiences of V4U Radio. My name is Ananya Biswas. I'm an Odissi dancer from Toronto, and I'm very fortunate and feel very honored and privileged to be part of the 1000 Festivals Dance Festival, and I appreciate the opportunity given to me by Malavika, Mark, as well as the entire team of Can Natyam here.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's a pleasure, delight for us in Edmonton to have such a wonderful performer like you to be here. So please tell me a little bit more about the dance, the form of dance you're presenting. So it's called
Odissi.
Odissi.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Odissi is actually from the eastern province of Odisha in India. It's one of the most ancient classical dance forms dating back to almost 2,000 years ago to the 2nd century BC. Like most classical dances, it's a temple dance forms originating as a form of devotion for Hindu gods and goddesses in the temples. And from there, you know, it kind of trickled down through generations and through the dedication and extreme hard work of our revered gurus that this dance form was revived again around the 1940s and the 1950s. Because previously, due to a lot of, you know, foreign invasions in India, a lot of temple dance forms were discontinued or diluted or, you know, not allowed to be as prolific as they used to be. So we are very thankful and grateful for all our gurus who were able to revive the dance form and bring it to commercial audiences like the audience of Natyam.
Well, thank you for keeping this tradition alive. So I'm assuming that there are not as many dancers that know this dance form.
Yes. As it is, I think Indian classical dance forms, even though a lot of young students take it up, I think parents find it to be very enriching for the younger generation to know about their culture. However, I think once the kids kind of hit teenage and adulthood, it slowly kind of fades away.
Evaporates
a little bit. But I'm pretty sure it leaves a mark, and you know, some people like myself and some of the esteemed dancers that we're going to be seeing tonight and on Sunday, we are a little bit more attached than others, so we feel the responsibility. We've been, you know, somehow given the responsibility to keep it going.
So how long have you been doing this?
I actually started quite late. I started at the age of 12, so roughly about 20 years. I've been associated. I think my journey has been a little bit more unconventional than traditional classical dancers, so there's been some breaks because I moved to Canada and I started a professional career, etc. So there were some breaks, but I think the fact that Odissi didn't let me go is a sign. So yeah, 20 years on and off.
Well, thank you so much for presenting this to us. I mean, and we cherish this.
Thank you.
So
it is
much.
my honor. I really appreciate it. So I would really request the audiences, please do come and enjoy an absolute gamut of performances by very, very talented artists. And please show us your support so that we can keep this going.
Yes, this stage is fantastic. I've been watching the rehearsals and I know you're fantastic. The lighting, every detail is being perfectly choreographed. We do urge you to come out and support this.
Thank you.
Before you, baby, oh.